This is your Hdsr Sports Report, the Victor Valley's only weekly action highlights sports program, covering our area's schools, teams, athletes, and sporting events. The Silverado Hawks and Serrano Diamondbacks are headed for the CIF Championships. The Hawks absolutely obliterated South Pasadena 58-7 in the Division 10 semifinals. The Diamondbacks shut out Lancaster in the Division 8 semifinals. Apple Valley lost to St. Bonaventure by a touchdown in the Division 4 semifinals. Senior quarterback Jake Weiss threw 6 touchdown passes and ran for another in the Hawks' rout of South Pasadena. The senior quarterback has 12 touchdown passes in the postseason. Kieron Jones's Hawks barely made it into the playoffs after finishing third in the Desert Sky League before receiving an at-large berth in the Division 10 playoffs. Reaching the title game extends the complete turnaround of the team, which had suffered 14 straight defeats and a winless 2023 campaign before righting the ship 4 games into this season. The Hawks are ranked number 4 in Division 10. Their opponent in the championship game, number 1 ranked St. Anthony in Long Beach. Junior quarterback Isaiah Romo hit sophomore wide receiver Jamal Larry on a scoring pass for the only touchdown of the game in the Diamondbacks semifinals victory. It came in the final 2 minutes of the first half. Eddie Candejas kicked the field goal that made it 10-0 with 3 minutes to play. But those final 3 minutes were really wild. Lancaster recovered Serrano's failed onside kick attempt and drove to the Diamondbacks' red zone. James Zamora intercepted a Lancaster pass to end that threat, but Serrano fumbled at their own 25, and Lancaster recovered. Serrano then recovered a Lancaster fumble at the 12 with 1 minute remaining, and the Diamondbacks ran out the clock for the victory. Coach Casey Mahalchik's Diamondbacks play St. Pius St. Matthias Academy out of Downey for the Division 8 championship. The St. Pius St. Matthias Academy Warriors are ranked 4th. The Serrano Diamondbacks are ranked number 3. Apple Valley got off to a great start against St. Bonaventure. Noah Hardiman recovers Dominic Bechtel's pooch kick at the visitors' 40. On 2nd and 11 from the 41, Talon Lively races up the middle, glances for the camera, veers this way and down the near sidelines, covering the 41 yards untouched. We see the senior tailback shoot past Gavin Ebmeyer's block, follow Nate Four and Jonah Leo Papatella through the hole, sprint into the secondary, and reach the end zone without a defender laying a hand on him. The good news, the Sun Devils score on their second play from scrimmage. The not so good news, this is their only touchdown of the night. Matt Rohrbaugh's kick is true. 37 seconds in, it's 7-0 Sun Devils. St. Bonaventure wastes no time retaliating. 7 plays into this 67-yard scoring drive. The 3rd and 11 middle screen ties the score, the play from 21 yards out. In retrospect, in one respect, the team making the fewest mistakes emerges the winner. What we see next is an early turning point of the game. St. Bonaventure recovers the fumbled kickoff, giving them first down at the 30. 5 plays later, it is 14-7 St. Bonaventure. St. Bonaventure scores their 3rd touchdown on this 21-yard run. It comes 1 minute into the second quarter. Jordan Martinez Ortega, 14, blocks the extra point attempt to hold the visitors' lead to 13 points. It is 20-7. For the rest of the first half, the Sun Devils' catch-up efforts generate one sustained drive after another, nearly every possession kept alive by Jacob Higgs' scrambling plays like this one, a gain of 40 yards. This drive is with time running out in the second quarter. This running play brings the Sun Devils into the red zone, first down at the 20. but a St. Bonaventure interception squelches Apple Valley's threat to add to their points total before the half. The halftime score is 20-7. Robert Maris's defense makes its halftime adjustments and will shut out the visitors the entire second half. Twice, huge stops when St. Bonaventure goes for it on fourth down at midfield, swing the momentum and give the offense favorable field position. This is 4th and 2 at Apple Valley's 47. Isaiah Hardiman, 7, and Johnny Cisneros, 25, lead tacklers making the stop. In the third quarter, this drive again has the Sun Devils in the red zone, but it stalls, bringing on Matt Rohrbaugh's field goal attempt. The kick is good. The St. Bonaventure lead is reduced to 20-10. In the closing stages of quarter number 3, the Sun Devils have a first and goal at the 5. And although this doesn't really qualify as a mistake, the inability to score a touchdown in the red zone figures heavily in the outcome. St. Bonaventure's defense stiffens, stopping the Sun Devils on 3 straight running plays, and we go to the start of the fourth quarter with another field goal attempt. Matt Rohrbaugh makes good. It's a one-possession game, 20-13. Despite completing the second half mission of shutting out the number 2 ranked team in their division, the Sun Devils would not score again, and the 7-point defeat ends their season. We Got 'em Tees presents this high school football report. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery designs. We Got 'em, official CIF sanctioned Chanel patches or varsity jackets. Fall sale, 2 free patches for all fitting appointments scheduled now through November 30th. We Got 'em Tees, 2 locations, Apple Valley and Upland. Oh yeah, We Got 'em Tees. Looking back to gridiron highlights, seasons past, in high desert, Mojave River Valley history,
Apple Valley's Dustin Reynolds scored both Sun Devils touchdowns in the 17-15 victory in the CIF quarterfinals.
Hesperia Christian cruises to a lopsided quarterfinals victory in the CIF playoffs. Levi Taylor throws 5 touchdown passes, and the Silverado Hawks soar past Paris in Division IX opening round play.
Apple Valley's Dustin Reynolds bowls his way through Glendora defenders to score both Sun Devils touchdowns in the 17-15 victory in the CIF quarterfinals. The Mojave River League's reigning Defensive Player of the Year, Dustin Reynolds, stars in a dual role, leading ball carriers for filling in at the last minute. Acting head coach Rob Maris thrust into head coach duties when COVID-19 restrictions rendered Kyle Godfrey unable to attend the game. Brady Weinberg, good as gold all 3 times, including what proved to be the game-winning field goal. Quarterback Noah Seeley comes through repeatedly in clutch and pressure-packed situations in his finest role since replacing star quarterback Jaden Max Denigo. The cast of defensive stars include Keenan Eck, the team's sacks leader on the year. Defensive captain Gavin Hambrick, 10, explains winning the game within the game plan.
Number 3 was the main running back. We knew that all week. We practiced that. Our middle linebackers and outside backers had to stop him. And basically we did what we had to do. We took him out of the game and we won that game. So it's really exciting.
This is Apple Valley's opening drive, 3rd and 7 from their 34. Noah Seeley, the short pass to Logan Moon, who stays with it for an outstanding reception, and the drive stays alive. Another 3rd down completion. Noah Seeley finds Brandon Armijo wide open. The 6'2", 210-pound junior tight end carries all the way down to the 20, a gain of 39 yards. And this sets up the first of Dustin Reynolds' tremendous individual efforts carrying the ball.
The O-line obliterates the first line of defense. Dustin Reynolds bowls through a pair of would-be tacklers and scores, capping the 7-play, 80-yard drive. I do not believe you can overestimate the importance of scoring on this first possession, and this drive was kept alive by those two key third down pass completions by Noah Seeley. James Reed leads gang tacklers, ending Glendora's first possession. The visitors are forced to punt, and the Sun Devils will be getting the ball back. Nathan Downing fields the punt, evades the first Glendora defender, and runs it out to the 39. Nathan Downing is 6'1", 190, a senior two-way starter who will be on the receiving end of another huge third down pass completion 3 plays later. This is the now famous double pass. Noah Seeley quickly to Logan Moon, who unloads to Nathan Downing for a gain of 31 yards to the 13. This is the same play the Sun Devils scored a go-ahead touchdown on in the opening round upset of top-seeded Citrus Valley. Logan Moon to Isaiah Ojeda in that case. The brilliance of Coach Rob Maris making this play selection is calling it at the perfect time. Every opponent knows this play is coming, but not when nor where the surgical strike will be targeted. Noah Seeley, the quick out to Logan Moon the other way. First down into the red zone. From the 4, Dustin Reynolds off Raymond Polito and Lane Johnston blocks. Clear sailing for the Sun Devils' second touchdown on a 6-play, 61-yard drive. The Sun Devils have already equaled the highest number of points Glendora has given up in any of their previous games. How so?
What made the difference is we were very aggressive up front, and I think that's what brought me through and to rush 2 touchdowns tonight.
Glendora responds to the second Apple Valley touchdown, scoring from 16 yards out on this quarterback keeper. 29 of their 45 touchdowns this year coming on the ground. A huge role to be played by the Sun Devils special team on Glendora's extra point attempt. Watch Isaiah Ojeda, number 3. The returning all-league defensive back pressures the kick. The try for the extra point fails, and this becomes a major factor the remainder of the game. Glendora's trouble moving the ball consistently shown on this play on their next possession. 19 is Lane Scharnberg. 57 is James Reed. The visiting Tartans decide to forsake a try to make a first down on a 4th and 4 from the Sun Devils' 30, opting instead for a field goal attempt. That kick is good, and Glendora pulls within 5, 14-9. Clock shows 9:39 in the second quarter. With just over 3 minutes before halftime, Brady Weinberg connects on the most important field goal of his career. The senior nails the kick from 38 yards out, and the Apple Valley lead is 17-9. Again, no Glendora opponent had scored more than 14 points against them in their previous 11 games. This tackle gives new meaning to Reynolds' wrap. Dustin Reynolds' hard tackle ends Glendora's final first-half bid to put points on the scoreboard. Interim head coach Rob Maris leads his team and staff to the locker room, holding a 17-9 advantage. Glendora opens the second half with this 43-yard scoring pass, cutting the Apple Valley lead to 2 points. And, just like the play following the visitors' first touchdown, a turning point by the Sun Devils' defense. Going for 2, Glendora's pass into the end zone is broken up by the 5'8" Samaje Andrews. Score remains 17-15. Not the only very big play for the speedy senior. Samaje Andrews will carry for 43 yards this night. He ran for 143 yards and scored a touchdown in the previous week's upset of Citrus Valley. Glendora's second touchdown ends the scoring early in the third quarter, but the outcome of the game will not be decided until the final 2 minutes of play. The balance of the second half becomes a battle between the Sun Devils controlling the ball and the clock, and Glendora's determined bid to come from behind. Standout plays by Sun Devils defenders are numerous. 48 is 280-pound junior Jaira Lupepatelli. Lane Scharnberg grabs a shoestring and spins the ball carrier around. Gavin Hambrick finishes off the tackle. Dustin Reynolds is seemingly in on every play, the solo tackle here for no gain. Lane Scharnberg registers this solo tackle on the blitz. Lane Scharnberg, 5'10", 160-pound senior. Keenan Eck, another sack for the 6'3", 198-pound senior sackmaster. Glendora came in averaging 31 points a game. The Sun Devils hold them to 15, their lowest points total of the season. The subplot involving Apple Valley's offensive line included overcoming in-game adversity. Junior tackle Raymond Polito explains.
Going both ways tonight. Did you get tired out there?
No, we don't get tired.
All right.
We condition enough to really push through it.
What made the difference in this game tonight?
Really pushing through the adversity that we were facing. Losing the right tackle right now in the middle of the game was really tough, but overcoming that really helped.
The Sun Devils pound out a sustained ball-control drive over the final 5 minutes of the game to seal the victory. Apple Valley travels to Lakevale to play Roosevelt in the CIF Division III semifinals. Hesperia Christian cruises to a lopsided quarterfinals victory. The 8-man Patriots, the High Desert's only team remaining in the CIF playoffs. Hesperia Christian won 53-7 at Villanova Prep in Ojai. Jared Bragg threw 5 scoring passes the first half. Aiden Ortega scored 3 times, twice on pass receptions, once rushing. Coach Alex Vanderweddy's Patriots go to Lancaster Baptist for the semifinals. It's a rematch against those Eagles. The Patriots lost 41-38 at Lancaster Baptist in mid-October. In 2021, Oak Hills played their worst game of the season in the first round of the Division III playoffs, losing to second-seeded Etiwanda 46-20. In 2022, Oak Hills plays their worst game of the season in round 2 of the Division II playoffs, losing to Bishop Amat. We see the Bulldogs get a first down on this Diego Lopez to Shane Young completion on their first series, but Oak Hills will not get their next first down until 4 minutes before halftime. Shea Gabriel will intercept a Lancers pass in the second quarter and then score on the Diego Lopez pass from 2 yards out. The Bulldogs' first touchdown comes with 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Oak Hills scores on their first possession of the second half. Diego Lopez to Shane Young, 25 yards, touchdown. The two collaborate on a 45-yard touchdown in the fourth quarter to close out Bulldogs scoring. The final score, 64-27. The outcome cannot diminish from the team's unprecedented success, beginning with the first undefeated season in school history. Bulldogs dominate the All-Mojave River League team. Be watching for Video Sports' complete listing of all MRL selections on this website.
Levi Taylor throws 5 more touchdown passes, and the Silverado Hawks soar past Paris 60-18 in Division IX opening round play. Taylor, who ran his season-scoring pass total to 35, threw for 302 yards on 20 of 35, 2 of his 5 TD passes to Daniel Dexter. Coach Rafael Genorio takes his Hawks and their 9-game winning streak to Pasadena to take on LaSalle in round 2 of the playoffs. The LaSalle Lancers are the top-ranked and top-seeded team in Division IX. Hesperia Christian also put their 8-man football opponent down hard, a 60-8 blowout over Bloomington Christian in the quarterfinals of the CIF Southern Section 8-man Division II playoffs. Connor Scott ran for 3 touchdowns. Austin Luton rushed for 2 TDs and passed for another. The undefeated Patriots host Lancaster Baptist in the CIF semifinals Friday. Victor Valley lost in overtime to Covina, suffering terminal effects of a late-game decision to fake a punt and run on 4th down at midfield when leading at home by 3. CIF certainly succeeded in putting Serrano and Oak Hills in their place, that place being 5 divisions higher than they were the year prior when the Bulldogs and Diamondbacks played for the Division 8 championship. Having 2 high desert teams in the CIF finals did not set well with CIF, which rewarded the schools by moving them up and into Division 3. CIF added insult to injury by denying both teams a home game in opening round action despite being co-champions of the Mojave River League. The Bulldogs were defeated 49-21 at Rancho Verde, the defending CIF Division 8 champions, arguably a better team than the one that won that CIF title a year ago. The Serrano Diamondbacks lost by 1 touchdown at La Serna. The 41-37 defeat, the first opening round loss in CIF playoffs for Ray Mahalchek since 2006. Apple Valley represented in outstanding manner despite losing on the road 43-26 in Division 10. The Sun Devils led until the final minute of play. Apple Valley, like fellow MRL teams Serrano and Oak Hills, end the year at 8-3.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill, corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road in Victorville. Bid fast and last. World-class auctioneers. Valu Quality Truck Bodies. Joseph W. Brady's Bradco Companies. Iwanzak Law Firm. Trial lawyers for serious problems. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville, Conference and Convention Center for the Victor Valley. The Holiday Inn supports our area's teams, schools, athletes, and sports programs. Apple Valley and Silverado reap the home field benefits of high rankings in the opening round of CIF postseason play. The Sun Devils are the top seed in CIF Division 10. Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's Sun Devils host the 29 Palms Wildcats Friday, 7 o'clock kickoff time. Apple Valley completed its first undefeated season in school history, capturing the program's first Mojave River League Gridiron Championship. 29 Palms enters the playoffs with a 7-3 record and third-place finish in the De Anza League behind Coachella Valley and Rancho Mirage. The Sun Devils may go to Granite Hills for game film on the Wildcats. 29 Palms beat the Cougars 55-13 in the first game of the season. As for comparative scores, the Sun Devils defeated those same Cougars 60-7 the following week. The Desert Sky League champions, Silverado Hawks, are at home Friday against Citrus Valley's Blackhawks out of Redlands. Citrus Valley is 5-5 overall, the 6th place team in the 8-team Citrus Belt circuit. The Hawks are the number 2 seed in Division 8 and carry a 9-game winning streak into the postseason. Levi Taylor threw for over 3,000 yards with 42 touchdown passes in the regular season. Kickoff for the Hawks versus Blackhawks game is 7. Victor Valley, the second-place team in the DSL, goes to Covina, a team that eliminated the Jackrabbits last season in an 18-17 overtime first-round thriller. The Jackrabbits are 5-5 on the year and are coming off a 21-20 battle for the Axe triumph over Barstow. The Oak Hills Bulldogs walloped Serrano 49-7 in their regular season MRL finale and traveled to Rancho Verde. Those Mustangs eliminated Oak Hills from the playoffs last year 49-21 in round 1 of the Division 3 playoffs. Burroughs finished second in the MRL and hosts Rubidoux. The 8-2 Burroughs are the top-ranked team in CIF Division 9. High Desert teams win 6 of 8 opening round games in the CIF playoffs. No surprise, greater than Apple Valley's 21-16 upset of number 1 ranked Citrus Valley. Coach Kyle Godfrey's Sun Devils twice came from behind, and the defense denied the top-seeded Blackhawks a touchdown after the first quarter. Samaje Andrews ran for 132 yards and scored the first Apple Valley touchdown. The second came on the double pass Logan Moon to Isaiah Ojeda. Dustin Reynolds scored what proved to be the game winner in the fourth quarter. Apple Valley hosts Glendora in round 2. Silverado registered a 32-21 road win at Brea Olinda in the Hawks' first playoff victory since 2017. Frederick Hunter ran for 229 yards and a pair of touchdowns. Ian Wilson threw for a touchdown and ran for another. Coach Kieron Jones has his DSL champions at home against Elsinore in round 2. Granite Hills held on to win 47-42 in a wild shootout at Grand Terrace. Cameron Smith ran for 5 touchdowns. The victory, the first Cougars playoff triumph of the coach Alex Gonzalez era. Granite Hills is rewarded with a second-round home game against Jordan. Victor Valley rolled to a 55-36 home field win over Diamond Bar as the Jackrabbits continue to postpone Coach Jeff Vanover's retirement party. Victor Valley rallied from a 29-14 halftime deficit on their way to their opening round victory. The Jackrabbits journey to Hemet to play Tahquitz in round 2. Serrano rallied in the fourth quarter to win at Temescal Canyon 14-13. Rigo Cabral scored both Diamondbacks touchdowns. Coach Casey Mahalchek's Diamondbacks host Ramona in round 2. Mojave River League champions Oak Hills got eliminated by second-seeded Etiwanda 46-20. Western Christian eliminated Riverside Prep 22-13 at Upland. Hesperia Christian's Shiloh Stabile has a huge night in the Patriots' 53-12 opening round win against Laguna Blanca. The sophomore running back and defensive back ran for 2 touchdowns and registered a pick 6. Senior Will Olson carried for 159 yards and scored the Patriots' first touchdown on this 54-yard run on Hesperia Christian's first possession. Coach Liam Vanderweide's Agape League champions take the long trek to Coast Union in Cambria in the 8-man Division II quarterfinals. Flashing back to headline makers years past, presented by the Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert, and favored destination for travelers and visitors to the Victor Valley.
Keep up with Victor Valley and High Desert local news by watching KVVB TV Channel 33 Daily Newscasts. KVVB TV Local Newscasts, televised 8 times daily, available on Roku and Amazon Fire. KVVB TV Channel 33. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half hour of High Desert television today. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley.
Iwanzak Law Firm, Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, Conference and Convention Center for the High Desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. That's going to do it for this week's edition of your High Desert Sports Report. Thanks for joining us. Hope you can be with us next time around.